It's this post-girlfriend started crying when I asked if she had a hickey. Probably not a good sign there. He's 24, she's 20. So a while ago, I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and as we were getting ready for bed, I noticed that she had a red mark that looked like a hickey on her boob. She had just gone to a party the previous night. Oh my God. So I asked her what it was, and she said it looked like a hickey, and she broke down and started crying. After a few minutes of her not saying anything, she stops crying and says, I just get red marks on my skin sometimes. Okay. You might do some serious due diligence on this party and what went down, man. And I get really self conscious about it, but I realize that me crying and not saying anything probably look bad, so I'm good now. Oh, man. So it's kind of like, I said okay and apologize for pointing it out. Dude, it's like that's probably not the best approach to apologize. It's like in that situation because it's like, well, it's more of a feminine quality. It's not very strong as far as you maintaining. It's like, what do you have to apologize for? Not really anything. If you get in this pattern of apologizing for these tiny little things, it's like always apologizing almost communicates that you're like down on yourself a little bit, or you're not totally confident in yourself and your own actions. And when that is conveyed, it can often make her feel like she can't be totally comfortable or totally safe with you, not from you yourself, but just the atmosphere or the vibe that you give off. Apologize for pointing it out, but it's honestly been bugging me ever since because I haven't really seen any other red marks on her skin. Yeah, dude. I mean, that is really some wary territory you're getting into here now. She's probably thinking, "Whew, got off that one," you know, if she did was cheating on you or whatever. Should I bring it up again, even though it was a few weeks ago? Should I just try and let it go? Yeah, you better do some like serious like research on what's going on, dude. Because it's like if she's lying to you about things like this, if she's truthful, that's one thing. But it's like if she's lying and she's covering up, it's like it's still gonna put you on edge with this situation. And so notice other things that happen, but it's like sometimes you'll just, well, sometimes what we do is like we know that the other person's cheating, and then we'll just basically become blind just because emotionally we don't want to deal with it. And so we just kind of go about things and just let her make excuses. I'm not saying this is the case. It might actually be that she has these red marks, but it's like that does not sound her crying and being congruent and things like that. It's like, and her actually even making a bigger excuse or bigger deal out of just something small. Usually, what happens when people are confronted with something and they give this massive, huge excuse, oftentimes that can be a hint that it's a lie, versus somebody just saying, "Well, I just get red marks on my boob or whatever." That happens sometimes versus I was at this party, this. I get red marks, starts crying, starts bawling. You probably think that this happened. You probably think all this stuff. It's like it usually, um, it's tough to put a factual thing on these things and a factual thing on lies, um, just really by their nature. But it's like if a bigger excuse, sometimes a bigger lie. Should I bring it up again? Okay. Should I just try and let it go? I wouldn't, dude. I mean, it's like if that's really bothering you, it's like you're probably not going to be able to let it go. And you just basically brushing it off is going to not solve anything in you. And you're going to keep feeling that kind of not trusting her or that uncertainty. What would you do in my shoes? It's a tough one because it's like it's a straight out lie if it is something, if she's actually cheating. Um, and so, how are you going to prove that, or how are you going to do the research? So, just notice things that she does and just kind of be on edge. It's like it sucks to be in that situation. Um, but I might bring it up again. It's like, hey, I was just wondering about that because it's kind of like a weird situation, weird reaction. I was just trying to figure it out. What's going on? See her reaction again. Is she going to give you this huge, long excuse again? Or is she going to actually cave and say she actually cheated? Because if she is lying, unless she's like some like a sociopath or whatever, um, she's probably going to feel guilty if she is cheating on you. And when that guilt comes, it's like oftentimes that coming from that place is when you kind of have those big excuses, or you actually just admit to cheating. And so, yeah, for sure. I mean, I bring it up again. I wouldn't make it into like this big deal or the saying I'm so upset or at you because of this. It's like, don't make it a confrontational thing. It's just like, hey, it's just like, I was just thinking about it the other day and I was just kind of wondering, I don't know, I just wanted to express that I was feeling this way, that, I didn't really know how to react from that thing. Is just like, I'm just making up these things in my mind and kind of having these like hallucinations that it's like, was it actually like a rash or because you went to this party last night or the night before that. And so it's just like, I'm just trying to figure this out in me, because it's just like, I'm making this stuff up in my head and I'm trying to kind of get to the bottom of this. And I was hoping you can help me out with this. So come from that approach. That way you don't burn any bridges and things if it didn't actually happen. But still, you can kind of get to the root of the problem and then see really what's going on in a kind of deeper level. At least get as many clues as you can. But it sucks, as I recognize it's a really shitty situation that you're in, and it's got to make you basically just like paranoid sometimes. On what's true, what's not. Do you have to have your guard up? Can you let it down? Can you not? Can you trust her going away? Going to parties herself? Can you, this? Um, but you got to get to the bottom of it, and I'd say use that approach as far as that example on trying to figure it out for yourself and communicate, hey, I'm trying to figure this out for myself, not say, hey, you did this and it made me upset or made me wonder if you're cheating. It's like, don't take that approach. Make it about yourself. It's a much more effective way to kind of build communication through like this sense that it's not attacking the other person. And then once you get to the result, is like, then you kind of have to make that decision for yourself. Probably if you come to the conclusion that she was cheating on you and she's lying about it, it's like, yeah, you probably want to move on and find someone else.